For decades, the Harley-Davidson Sportster dominated the American middleweight V-twin class, mostly by dint of being the only American middleweight V-twin. Without a top contender to challenge its reign, the motor company only issued modest upgrades since 1986. However, all that changed when the Indian Scout burst onto the scene in 2015. Heavily based on the Victory octane, the revived Scout paired Indian's rich heritage with thoroughly modern equipment. The liquid-cooled DOHC 1133cc V-twin was the antithesis of Harley's ancient air-cooled Evo engines. Compared to the Sportster's signature teardrop tank and engine cooling fins, the Scout's low-slung stance and neo-bobber aesthetic presented a viable alternative to Harley's aging platform. Complete with a liquid-cooled DOHC 1252cc V-twin, the new Sportster's spec sheet now stands toe-to-toe with the Scout. Of course, we won't know who wins the battle for sure until the Sportster S arrives at dealerships and I get to take one for a test ride. So if you want to catch that video as soon as it goes live, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But for now, the specs tell a fascinating story. Featuring Harley's new Revolution Max 1250T, the 2021 Sportster now produces 121 horsepower and 94 pound-feet of torque. While the Scout previously set performance benchmarks for the category with its 100 horsepower and 72 pound-feet of torque, Indian's entry cruiser now looks outgunned. Of course, the Revolution Max V-twin touts a larger displacement, which helps the Sportster S steal that performance feather from the Indian's cap. On top of that power deficit, the Scout lugs around 59 extra pounds, weighing in at 561 pounds compared to the Sportster's 502 pound wet weight. With a 59.8-inch wheelbase, fully adjustable USD fork, and a linkage-equipped monoshock, the Sportster S outmaneuvers the Scout's 62-inch wheelbase, conventional front end, and dual rear shocks. Indian does outfit the Scout with a 16-inch wheel set showed in sticky Pirelli Night Dragon rubber, while Harley opts for a 16-inch rear and a 17-inch front. We could say that the smaller wheel set gives the Scout a handling edge if it weren't for the Sportster's specially developed Dunlop GT503 tires. Thanks to an aggressive profile and sticky compound, the Dunlops compensate for the Sportster's larger front wheel, helping to deliver a 34-degree lean angle compared to the Scout's 29 degrees. Indian only offers optional ABS on the Scout, while the Harley flaunts rider aids like traction control, cornering ABS, ride modes, engine brake settings, and all that. On top of the full electronic suite, the motor company's new round 4-inch TFT display also outshines the Scout's analog speedometer and digital tachometer combo. Of course, you could reason the Scout's Spartan accommodations help beginners learn the ropes with a less cumbersome system, but it's usually better to have rider aids and not need them as opposed to the other way around. If we're gonna make any case for beginner-appropriate features, it should start with brakes, and the Sportster delivers yet again, championing a full Brembo braking system with a radially mounted 4-piston caliper, floating single-port rear binder and master cylinder. The Sportster S stops surprisingly well. On the other hand, the Scout's single 2-piston caliper up front and single-piston clamper in the rear doesn't deliver as much stopping power as its counterparts. Though the 2021 Harley-Davidson Sportster S walks away with nearly every round in its pocket, we still have to consider one very important detail: price. At $14,999, the souped-up Sporty is $3,000 over the Scout's MSRP. Coupled with a 121 horsepower V-twin, Harley's asking price could easily put the Sportster S out of most beginners' grasp. When price is taken into account, the two cruisers stack up much more evenly and may even cater to different customers and budgets. With that said, we can't wait to see how the Sportster and Scout duke it out in the future. Will Indian fight back with an even punchier V-twin, or will Harley offer a cheaper Sportster option without diluting too much performance? The middleweight cruiser class is a much more competitive environment these days, and we can't wait to see Sportster and Scout continue to battle out in the future. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on the new Sportster S from Harley, and do you think we will see a revived Scout from Indian soon? If you liked the video, then smash that like button, and if you'd like to catch more motorcycle news and content like this, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.